Well, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Let me start the presentation by introducing myself. My name is Raissa Ravelina from Higher Intermediate 4A, and the topic of my presentation is about the Korean culture with the title, The Cause of Incessant Fanware in K-pop Culture. I have divided this presentation into three parts, starting from the definition, then I'll move into the cause and examples, then I'll end it with the conclusion. Well, everyone, before I go further, the reason why I'm choosing this topic is because fanware is a phenomenon which can be separated from any idling world, especially in K-pop culture. It really goes with the flow as the K-pop industry itself. So as long as the K-pop industry are having a rapid growth or even more bigger, the fanware phenomenon will be really incessant phenomenon. Okay, I will just start with the fanware definition. So fanware is basically a fight that is happening among individual fans or fandom, often artists or a group of artists. It can be attacking, arguing, anything that is in the form of fight. This bad habit of most K-pop fans make the world of a K-pop idling terrible because no one can bear the toxic neighborhood. Okay. Uh, by the way, fanware won't be happening if there are no any triggers that make it happen. So fanware can be caused by fans' toxic behavior, the power of each K-pop artist and its fandom, and the Korean news media. Okay, I'll move into the first cause. We have fans' toxic behavior. In every fandom, there are toxic fans in it. The particular fans who are excessive and fanatic in hyping their idols. They tend to be envious of the other artist's accomplishment or popularity. Therefore, they are not in top of giving hate speech towards the targeted artist they consider as their rival or something. For example, a fan from an unknown fandom said that sorry, Twice is much better than Blackpink, and it's a fact. Just look at their visual and stage presence and else. Then the fans of Blackpink will be offended or triggered, then will attack that toxic fans back. Well, in excessively hyping for the idols, they tend to be willing to do anything for the idols, and cheating or doing manipulation may not be a big deal for them. You won't believe that cheating and manipulation in K-pop industry is quite common. Through the years, there were many fandoms which are accused of using VPN and bots in order to increase the number of votes so their favorite artists can be on top of the chart and win the award. Well, beside of deviling the name of the artist, this cheating action definitely makes such unfair competition in K-pop culture. Okay, I'll move into the second cause. We have the power of each K-pop artist and its fandom. Well, every K-pop artist has their own uniqueness and charisma that makes them being called in different appellation. For example, Big Bang is nominated as the king of K-pop, while BTS is being called as the biggest third generation boy group. This appellation can be both amazing and dangerous at the same time. Why dangerous? Because as I've explained before, there will always be a toxic fans who are really envious of the other artist's accomplishment or popularity. Just like BTS, who has received tons of achievements from many prestigious award show around the world, but can get hatred the most. This shows how much popularity of an artist precisely brings them into the place where they get hatred a lot. Well, not only BTS, its fandom, the fandom of BTS are being called as ARMY, are also being called as the biggest and the most well-organized K-pop fandom. So by that, they tend to be dominating in some activities like voting and physical album sales. So here I have examples of physical album from two different groups. This is Blackpink and this is iKON's debut album. Okay, that's was just for example. Well, the fact that big fandoms tend to be nominating, being in a big fandom is somehow really difficult because the number of toxic fans is directly proportional to the number of fans in a fandom. Because since the K-pop neighborhood can be filtered and anyone can join any fandom they want. Okay, now I'd like to change the direction and talk about the last cause, Korean news media involvement. Korean news media are like the link between fans and idols relationship. They be posting news, updated news and stuff, anything about Korea, including K-pop. However, we all know that media is nothing without making exaggeration or provocative news to gain the audience, right? Therefore, Korean news media are sometimes unreliable by its habit of spreading false issues about certain K-pop artists or a group. Just like it also believable that Korean news media are being the destruction background of some K-pop idols' career, just like what happened to former iKON's leader in 2019. One of the biggest Korean news media and paparazzi, Korea Dispatch, shared PI's Kim Han Bin chats with a woman which was showing a drug purchasing plane. Even so, at the end, is proof that negative of using drugs. He decided to leave the group already because he doesn't want to disfigure his group icon. At the time, everyone were really upset and mad of the Korea Dispatch action in violating the rights of privacy. Pathetically, some people speculated that the scandals or the issues that Korean media spread about a certain K-pop artist can be the materials in diverting politic issues that is happening in South Korea. That's why they are not being fined or even being protected by the government, even though they are clearly violating the rights of privacy. So in brief, the fact that K-pop culture can be separated from fan wars with some factors that make it happening doesn't mean K-pop fans have to be involved in such action. They must be respecting each other, never being envious of the other artist's accomplishment or popularity, because every K-pop artist has their own style, charisma, uniqueness that can ever be compared. So I think that's all I can explain about this topic. Thank you for your attention. Any question?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Sir. All right.
Wait, sir.
Raisa,
Yes, yes.
Raisa, what do you think? What do you think the idols do when there is a fan war going on? Do they know about it, or do they try to stop it?
In my opinion, they'll keep doing their own activities minding without minding it, since in my opinion fans bring in money, so the company of the artist would not let the artists criticize their fans. Also, K-pop artists are prohibited to get involved in such mess like a fan wars or a quarrel that be happened by their fans, because it might affect their image. The only thing that they can do is to advise fans with the prevention action. They will not they will not try to stop it because their action as a public figure is really limited.
Okay, thank you. Next, one more question.
Raissa, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
What do you think about the haters who pretend to become a fans or maybe a toxic fans and there's just spread hate or negative, pretty negative rumors about the idols?
I think they are really mean and sometimes have to be sued because of their action. That's in my opinion.